What is going on, everybody? Jumbo Thick here. We are back with more Emberfell, Whispers from the Stars. I am, of course, your GM, your DM for the night, Mr. Jumbo Thick. And I am joined by almost the full cast and crew of the Emberfellas. If you would briefly introduce your characters, boys. We have ground to cover, things to unravel, and possibly individuals to murder. So let's kick it off with the one and only Paladin of Olesia, Dan Decker.
What is up, fans and friends? Thanks for tuning in. And, ostensibly I'm playing Zalkar, a Paladin who has, fallen on some rough times and is currently possessed of a murderer demon. And currently, probably shanked in an alley. We're going to find out.
We'll find out. We will indeed.
But depending on how that goes, we might meet someone new later. Who knows?
We might. Who knows? We'll see how it goes. Regardless of that, though, let's drop on down to Jumbo Smooth, Big Daddy, as I like to call him.
All right. I am Jumbo Smooth. They're not sure Big Daddy, but Big Daddy. Jumbo Smooth here, playing Rogar, son of Amu. He's a 7'5", 400-pound white dragonborn from the Great North, innocent of the world. His heart is broken though because his faithful companion Snacks abandoned him in the middle of a fight. I'm sure Dayu feels the same way about Kobu.
Yeah, you forgot his name?
I got his name.
I said Kobu.
I got it.
It took you. You had to think about it.
I remember.
Take a moment.
I got
it. I've got it. Don't worry.
Robert?
Don't worry. Doobie 209 here. Playing
Kobu?
I hope not.
Play Dayu, the hobgoblin. Sometimes I forget that it's a monk.
Yeah.
Sometimes I forget it's a hobgoblin.
That is fair.
Can say. Elder, graybeard, gray hairs.
Yeah, just tack on some more descriptors there. Speaking of graybeard,
gray hairs, I got the most of them.
Gray hair, you do have the most out of everyone present.
Yeah, especially since I've been trying to imitate Geralt of Rivia.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, I will be playing once again Reverak, Black Shroud, the ever so handsome, ever so dashing hobgoblin samurai / Ronin. I believe, if I remember, we're at a fancy market where I might not be too comfortable, but
possibly.
I will say Doobie 209 suggested I might think about making some deals, and I might see what happens.
There's a possibility.
We'll see.
Yeah. So, which will bring me into last we left off. The fellas have found themselves, mostly all of them, besides their missing party member who mysteriously vanished right before the fight with Sleck of the Bloody Hooks. You did manage to defeat Sleck after a very brutal combat in his personal domain, where apparently he had set up a what can only be described as a kill box for all those that trespassed, and he apparently had slipped into madness at some point. Regardless, though, as you were sent there by none other than his former master, Vern Giant's Blood, with the task of collecting the Bloody Hook and presenting evidence of doing so. Once you defeated him, you were all in a very bad state, as many traps were sprung, and this fight dragged on for quite some time. Quite some time longer than I expected, but that's neither here nor there. Upon the defeat of this creature, Zaltkar, having delivered a devastating blow to Sleck, as in his fury, in his righteous indignation, charged forward and wrapped two sets of hands around Sleck's throat and turned him into a puddle of goop. with a very powerful surge of necrotic energy. As he fell into nothingness, dropping the few belongings that were not also liquefied on his person, it was soon discovered that there was a journal amongst his things, as well as of course, his very noticeable hook and chain. The journal itself was none other than a prior discovery of a very particular captain of renown within the dynasty. I will give inspiration to anyone that knows his name.
Hey, are you talking about my boss, Captain Gadzook?
No. This is the historic figure. You weren't here, Brevrak, unfortunately, or even Pierce Galactic when this was discovered.
That's classic, by the way.
You get it. You get a pass on that. The other three, though, I would like to know if anybody took a note. Just it'd be great.
Because I never knew about the book, so I never took any notes.
Technically, you didn't. It's fine.
Yeah, and Matt's gonna save us.
Is he? Is he going to? Because I don't think he is.
What was the name?
I even gave you description. There's a statue of him in Port Torona. It's massive.
I'm terrible.
Yeah, nobody.
No, Matt knows his name. He just can't remember it.
It's fine. It's too
We've
late
talked
now.
about this at work.
Talked
before.
about it. It's great. It's great. It's fine. What am I doing here? What am I doing here?
I got it.
What do you got?
Our bag quick stride.
Swift stride. Close enough.
I thought it was quick stride.
Swift stride.
Okay,
So
come
at
on,
least
buddy.
somebody had it written down somewhere.
Took
There
a while
was
of my notes.
A journal. I will say it was a long time ago, so I'll give you
We
that.
take so many notes that we just can't find these names anymore.
So Arbag Swift Stride, the infamous captain, a defender of Port Torona. His journal, a log of sorts on his ship that was recovered by none other than Zaltkar and Tuk the Taker, with it having been apparently stolen off Tuk-Tuk's body by Slek. After this discovery, a figure flew in to the warehouse itself.
Jesus.
Another figure.
I also had that note just so we're clear, and I had it spelled correctly, just so we're clear.
Thank you for that. No one's getting inspiration. It took too long. Regardless.
Yeah, but I have a whole paragraph about
It's
it.
fine.
I shared a journal with Tuk.
I wrote down that Jesus came in with a cloak and a hood.
His name was not Jesus. His name was not said because it just didn't come up. Regardless, though, a figure,
He had a nice boat.
magic
Switchback.
wielder of some type, floated into the warehouse and demanded his property. With Rogar piecing together what he might be asking for, tossing up a journal, and it magically being floated to the individual.
Backhanded someone.
He also was mouthed off to by a certain paladin and then blown into oblivion against the floor. So that also happened. After all of this took place, the four of you decided to retreat very quickly after having tossing up what the individual wanted, with him giving you one last warning as you flew the scene, informing you that you should stay out of his way. And the next time that you were to meet, you might have more than a bounty just placed upon your head. Who knows what that might mean? Regardless, though, as you flew the scene, you, however, did not find any evidence of the slaves, new companions of Rogar and Dayu. Snacks and Kobu were missing. Maybe they died. Maybe they just really like their freedom and didn't want new masters.
So then they're not slaves anymore.
Who knows? Who knows? Who knows where they're at? Who knows what's going on with them? They're in the wind for now. The four of you decided to retreat back to the Crooked Plank to recoup, to at least get a quote-unquote short rest in, to recover some of your health, consult Din on who this mysterious mage-like character could have been. He said he would get back to you on that. And then you decided, all of you except for Zoltkar, because Zoltkar got a very special message during his rest that he was to meet someone outside of the crooked plank in the nearby alley. So Brevrak, Dayu, and Rogar ventured forth to the Devil's Market to go see Vern Giant's Blood, where you showed evidence of the defeat of the Bloody Hook, presenting his Bloody Hook. I will remind you, Dayu, you are in possession of it, and you have not yet focused on it in any way.
I'm supposed to talk to Eldrin.
He did ask you, Vern did ask you to present it to Eldrin as a peace offering. So, and you said you would do so. But you three are currently within the market still. And you are just venturing back out from Vern's seating area whenever we flashed away from you. Zoltkar, come to find out, was meeting an old acquaintance from his level 1 days, a certain Hound of Elysia, a hobgoblin woman that goes by the name Nekrar. Upon meeting the Hound Zoltkar and asking for a report, having perhaps sensed his dark passenger, she unsheathed her blade and informed him that he would be forever keeping his secrets, and charged forth. But we're not picking up with Zoltkar because that's going to be too interesting. We're going to let him simmer for now as we pick up with Brevrak, Dayu, and Rogar. Now,
All right.
I will say this. As you are leaving, the half-orc that is an attendant of Vern, Duna, is nearby. She's the one who saw you in the first place. She approaches as you are leaving the kind of roped off area, and approaches specifically Dayu. Vern has allowed you free reign of the market, and also take this. She hands you a pouch. Split it amongst you however you wish.
Thank you.
Of course. Should you need anything, let me know.
Aye.
All right.
What's inside this pouch?
You open up. There are 8 plates within this pouch.
Shit. Dayu's rich. Dayu's fucking rich.
I believe the idea was to split them amongst the party.
Nah.
Are we right there?
You guys
I
are
thought
all
Dayu-
standing next to him when this happens.
Dayu, what you have there?
Currency for the
You're
market.
actually- I believe she said split it through all of us. Is that some kind of currency?
Dayu will turn around and just hand the bag to whoever wants to grab it.
The only
Thank
other
you.
people there are Rogar and Brevrak.
Yeah.
So,
I've grabbed it.
okay.
There's 8 in there.
If
want
you
to
open
split
them
it
up,
for a piece.
I'm not sure if Brevrak would have ever seen a plate before.
Nope.
They're about the size of.
How big are they?
They're about the size of like a silver dollar. You know, pretty good
Okay.
size.
Like a
They're
gold
diamond encrusted. Yes, they're diamond encrusted. They have like multiple jewels upon their person. They're worth 100 gold pieces a piece. If you could
I'm going
find
shopping.
somebody to buy to exchange this currency, I will
Okay.
say this currency is only good within members of the Mar. It's kind of like their own thing. This would definitely be confiscated by anybody within the dynasty. Anybody within any of the clans would definitely confiscate this as a form of contraband. It is seen as a less than desirable form of currency There's a disdain attached to it. Regardless, though, you're not exactly in the good graces of anyone in the dynasty right now. So
that might be true.
Teach his own. But you would know what it is, even if you had never seen it before.
Okay. So I recognize it as currency.
Yes. And you would notice just from passing through here, your passive perception is good enough. They're not making a big secret down here. If you can get down here, there's not really a secrecy of what's going on. And you would see people passing these coins as well as working out deals. There's a lot of trade, either goods for goods or services for goods. But the three of you are free to do as you will.
Is this where you got your beasts, your little pets?
Yeah, do we see that dragonborn?
Oh yeah, he's there. This place is full of individuals of all shapes and sizes. Now, I will say there are portions of the market that may not be completely conceptualized in the GM's mind yet. So there's like an invisible barrier wall where things might still be under construction.
Oh man, we got to level up.
But for the most part, I feel like I've done pretty good with the stuff I have done for now. So you tell me what you're in the mood for, and I'll try to work it into whatever I've got. But this is a vast market. It's pretty large, very tall ceilings. It is apparently shrouded in magical darkness, as Atlas would be able to tell you if he was here. There is strange enchantments woven into this area.
There's a potions dealer over there.
Did you happen to see any weapons or armor dealers?
I did not, but I'm sure there's some around here.
I'm going to go and see if I can find some that will suit some of my specific needs.
Okay. No problem on that. So, let's start.
GM question real quick.
Yes.
So, yes or no, I can use the plates as currency with some individuals, but it might be best if I can find someone to exchange the plates for gold.
No. You want to use plates down here.
Okay, perfect.
And as a matter of fact, some stands won't accept gold. They will only accept plates.
Sweet.
So there is none of you have really had this problem yet because none of you have had enough money to do an exchange. But there is essentially a place to exchange goods into plates down here, kind of like a casino. So
I like the sound of that.
Like chips. Yeah. But Brevrak, we'll start with you.
Actually, before he leaves, companions, I have a proposal for a favor from Vern. Do you think it's possible, Elder, that he would be able to remove our bounties?
Someone of his power is probably possible.
I propose that perhaps that be our favor, that we cash in. We still have time to think about it, but without those bounties, we would be able to move freely within the city.
That's true.
Perhaps even talk to some more officials.
Oh, you speak wise words, big one. Very wise words, as usual.
Let's think on it. If anyone else has another idea for the favor, I think we can take some time and look around the shops and then maybe decide what we should do.
Has he suggested or inferred a favor that he desires?
Who? Vern?
Yeah.
From what I understand, he just said a favor. I don't know what that entails. Perhaps he's not able to provide such an outcome, like the removal of those bounties, but
I believe as long as it was within reason.
But let us walk around the market and think on it.
Let's think about it, please.
Yeah, that's all Rogar wanted to say.
Okay.
All right.
Why don't you give me a perception test, Brevrak?
Don't
All
get
right.
into trouble.
Let me just actually refresh here. Hmm? 17.
17. Very good. So Brevrak, you very quickly. First off, you don't spot a ton of weapons and armor being sold and traded. There is a very profitable flesh trade down here of all shapes and sizes, be it from the more beefy, bizarre humanoids, stuff not native to necessarily the dynasty. There's also a pretty good trade in beasts of various kinds, as well as the exchange of, let's just refer to them as illicit goods that you see passing in several places.
Okay.
But not so much weapons and armor, at least at first. But you do, however, see an individual. Let me pull it up real fast. You do see one individual that does catch your eye. You spot him after a few minutes. He appears to be, let me find his information. Here we go. He appears to be an individual wearing a very heavy cloak that obscures most of his features. His face looks strange, even concealed. You can tell he has what appears to be like some kind of mask on his person in a strange shape. He has large red eyes glowing from beneath the hood. He's wearing like the equivalent. Yeah, they are glowing. He wears the equivalent of like a trench coat. He is, every time a few people pass by, he will open up one side of his coat, and you can see.
He's not naked, is he?
He's not naked. You can see he's wearing very dark leathers and things underneath. Some of it's tattered and very worn. But you'll see on the inside of his coat, you can see the telltale hilts of weapons of some kind. And there is a large chest-like crate behind him. And he appears to be a vendor of some kind, perhaps someone interesting.
Gentlemen, that individual there is something about has caught my eye. Very unusual, but he appears to have something of interest every time he opens his cloak there. Oh, I'm going to go and chat with this gentleman.
Go right ahead. I have my own business I need to tend to. We'll all meet up back near Vern's tent.
Now, did you guys split up the money, or does Brevrak?
Yeah, I gave it to Brevrak, so unless Brevrak split it with Rogar.
Not yet.
Not yet. Okay. All right. Brevrak, you approach the individual. Oh, yes. You come with desires. Cratch will provide.
What desires of mine do you know of?
Well, you smell of battle. You need good arms.
I'm gonna stick my chest out. I'm a masterful warrior.
Of course.
Skills of a samurai.
Yes, I sell. I have many things, repurposed things, resourced things.
Show me some of your wares.
Of course. He throws open one side of his cloak, and you will see he has several. They appear to be cutlasses. Some of them more in better shape than others. And as he grabs like the scabbard of one of them, he kind of moves it to the side, and it has a almost purplish tinged metal underneath that glows brightly as he moves it to the side and then resheaths it. Ah, yes. Blades touched by the, they're touched by the ember of sorts. Mystical artifacts found deep within the trench. Can be yours.
Good. Just gonna let our viewers know that I'm notorious for picking up cursed items, like notorious. So I'm extremely wary, but my player, as a player, my greed will overrule that.
It's true. I agree.
Let me see the balance of that weapon. Let me see how it's like.
Yes, of course. And he hands you one of the cutlasses. This is a moon-touched sword, Breverac.
Nice. Okay.
If you so choose. But this is not all Cratch has. Cratch has many things. He will also show you a large javelin that little arcs of electricity come off of as he handles it. Javelin of lightning. He also has a hand axe laying nearby that is very what's the word? It's done in a style very foreign from anything you've probably ever seen, Breverac. This would look more Norse almost.
Ooh, I'm excited as a player.
And this would be a kind of a style that you never would have seen. This would be very interesting. An interesting cut, an interesting look. It looks old. What am I best?
Let me see that.
Of course. And but perhaps you just look. He doesn't. He's hesitant to hand it to you. I will see. You will also notice that his hands are bandaged heavily. There are little tufts of brown fur sticking out from around the knuckles and various other places as he's been showing his wares with your previous perception test.
How can I look at it?
It's not in my hand. You can see just fine. Look.
How does it swing?
He moves it around. Give me a persuasion test, Breverac.
All right. Nine.
Oh.
This is very valuable item. Perhaps you just look. And you can tell from the way it is, he takes his finger and he goes, see? And he arcs his finger along the blade itself. And similar to the javelin, there are little beads of electricity that arc from the actual blade of the axe to his fingertips. Yes, very dangerous.
The sack that has the plates.
Yes.
I kind of lift it up and just kind of lift it up like, that is a shame. Are you sure that I've shown such interest in it, but I'm putting back away just like he's enticing me. I'm trying to catch his attention.
As you jingle it back and forth, let me see what he's got. Oh, I see. You have some currency on you. We may talk. I also have this, and he kind of kicks open the chest, and there is very interesting looking black armor, sets of armor inside.
Oh man!
There's also a disc, just a disc. The armor itself, the blackened armor, you will recognize as being made from adamantine, which negates critical hits for any of you out there that don't realize this. But he very well taken care of. There's blood spatter across most of it. The disc itself, similar to what he did with Zaltkar before, he says, see, this very interesting. He smacks it onto his chest, and it begins to twist and move. And then within moments, there is a very strange-looking breastplate across his body. See, you take on and off. Quick. He smacks his hand against it, and then it goes back into its disc-like shape. Good for escaping. Good for not sinking to death. That would be cast-off armor for all of those interested. I have Cratch has many things. Cratch may also procure many things, should the price be right.
This armor. This javelin.
Which?
Tell me.
Disc or black?
The black one.
Oh, yes. Very fine pieces. 13 plates.
It's bloody. The armor's filthy, and you're going to try and charge me 13 plates? I come all the way down here? This is what you're going to do?
I think you hear wrong. 30 plates.
What about this javelin?
Well, let's see. I could part with this very, very mystical artifact for 20 plates.
I was going to give it as a gift to a friend, but he is not that good a friend.
Of course.
I'm sure you're going to tell me this hand axe, which I assume will fall apart because of shoddy construction, because you won't even let me examine it.
How dare! This 40 plates! 40 plates for this. This is mystical artifact.
I think you are full of dung.
You dare speak to Cratch in such way?
I do.
You get no from me. He kind of pulls all of his stuff in. You leave me. You insult.
Master Cratch, perhaps I've overstepped my bounds.
I'm listening.
Let me offer an apology. It has been a difficult time for me, and I may be acting rashly, which behooves me, and is well below my proper station. And I sincerely give him a slight bow, enough to acknowledge that.
Fair.
Perhaps we can.
Fair.
Perhaps there is another way. You may let me take one of these items. If they're
well,
perhaps you have a duty or some simple task.
If you're interested,
perhaps,
we could work something.
Collection.
Work something out. Of course, Cratch has many things need to be done. Many things that my companions cannot necessarily do easily. Dangerous things.
Dangerous.
Be you interested?
No matter to me. I am interested.
Good. You see, Cratch, when you're ready, we must kill nuisance near Cratch's brood.
Brood, as in?
I'd say.
Do you mean your family?
Yes.
Let me go and speak with my companions, but I can't imagine any reason why I could not come to your aid to help you defend your precious family.
You kill creature, I give you sword.
I kill creature. You give me the axe.
No.
I already have a sword. I guess you don't want this creature.
This sword, magic sword. That sword, old, dirty sword.
I am not a pirate. What would I use the cutlass for?
Kill things. You slash. Kill. Take pointy end. Slide inside body.
This beast or the javelin?
Deal.
Let me go gather my companions. I will be back.
Yeah, of course. Yes, yes.
Perfect.
Do you have any inclination of working in the sewer?
Sounds vile, but in my experience, I've cleaned up many a bilge. I can't imagine it being very different. If anything, it may even be roomier.
Of course. Good. Very, very good. You come see Cratch when ready.
Thank you. I'm gonna wander off and
Okay.
kind of look for the boys, but also just kind of see what else pops up.
All right. Dayu, Rogar.
I'm assuming I'm following Dayu, unless he wants his alone time.
Dayu's gonna find Callinston.
Okay. You're fine, Callinston. So, Rogar, you accompanying?
Correct.
So, easy enough to come by. He's kind of set up in the same area with the interesting smells easily to track as you find Callinston Dreamweaver. Obviously a drow in very dark black coat, dark leathers, various smokes and smells wafting from behind the almost kind of bar setup he has. He sees you, Dayu. Well, you've returned.
Did I fail my check last time if that name was familiar? Or did
You got a little bit. It was you got that he was definitely connected to Clan Dreamweaver.
Yeah.
There was no telling how old this man is, being that he's a full drow.
And he wasn't
could be timeless for all you know. And he
wasn't
wasn't
like a top dog or anything.
Not that you remember.
Yes, Callinston, I need help.
Of course. I have delights and I have methods of easing of one's suffering at your disposal. I also have men for hire, should you need any.
It's information that I seek.
Information? Well, that will cost you. What is it you seek?
My family was of your kind.
Your family? My kind?
Yes.
What kind do you speak of?
The elves that live below the surface. I believe you call yourselves drow.
Yes. They mostly go by the veiled, but I could understand one not as knowledgeable to know that as such. Regardless.
That's why I seek information.
I see. What do you wish to know about the veiled?
Well, they were murdered. My family.
Above ground?
Above ground.
That is not exactly unheard of here. Your kind are not to be trifled with above the surface, at least.
My wife kept her secrets, but I know she was familiar with magic, something I have no relations with. And she worshipped a spider.
Give me a perception test, Dayu.
Perception?
Yes.
I don't know if this is good or bad. Stabbed. A 12.
Okay. As you say, a spider, there's a visible pause in this man's countenance. He almost seems speechless. Yes, spiders. We do not speak well of what that was.
Was it? I'm assuming it was a god?
Forgotten at this point. Yes, I do not feel comfortable discussing such matters.
That's fine. She also had these items, and I'll pull out the item that I was holding when I did the meditation.
Yes, which is in fact a spider.
Yep.
As you pull it out, who was your wife? What was her name?
It was Akarune. She was a part of the Mar, and I suspect that one of the elders had her killed.
That sounds like a one of your names. That's not one of ours.
Well, that's
Do you know
what she
her?
called
Do you know
herself.
her veiled name?
She never shared that with me.
Where did you meet this woman?
Outside Dalvac, or in Dalvac.
When?
15, 20 years ago.
Give me an insight check, Dayu.
$17.
You can see that, first off, he recognizes who you're talking about. He doesn't appear pleased. Never heard of her.
Something wrong.
Must have been mistaken. Would you like to buy anything?
I don't partake in what you do.
Well, I have poison. That might suit you. You seem to be a man of death that courts it quite visibly, one might add. Perhaps spider's venom.
I have no use for venom right now. Only the information.
Good. Well, I would advise you to not look too deeply into this. Certain parties might think that you're dredging up something better left alone. He gives you a little bit of a smile.
Your parties? The Dreamweavers?
He's trying to be very careful about what he says now. Let's just say that we will not go back into bondage.
Can I help you?
No, that's been done quite some time ago. Now, we are free. I can't get you anything, really. Would you at least like to hear about what I have?
Might as well. I'm here.
Good, good. So, here at the Dark Delights, there are a plethora of poisons as well as drugs for sale. The poisons on sale are Assassin's Blood, Carrion Crawler Mucus, Serpent Venom, Malice and Drow Poison, as well as Truth Serum. You can also, yes, there is a Truth Serum you may buy. You also, as far as the drugs are concerned, you can purchase God's Breath, the Crimson Eye, or Cinder. All very popular, with Crimson Eye being the most, the cheapest by far. You probably all would have seen many people within the fishing district hooked on Crimson Eye at one point in time. Should you want anything, perhaps we can arrange something.
What kind of arrangement?
Well, payments is preferred, but in lack of currency, we can always work a deal out. I need many things done.
I can get things done.
I've got a feeling you can. In fact, you're just the man I was hoping to see. I need a meeting with Eldrin Nightblossom. Perhaps you can make that happen.
Probably.
Well, if you do so, I'll give you a pick of the poisons. Or one of the drugs, whatever your choice. Or if
why
you
you
want
want to
to
meet.
That would be mutual, of course. We've always been looking to get an inn with the Night Blossoms. They've always been a little standoffish, but if I could get in the same room as Eldrin, I could probably convince him to make a deal. We could benefit each other.
I'll see what I can do.
Good. Well, you make it happen, I'll deliver on my end.
All right. By the way, Collinston.
Yes.
Does the name Caddick Blackshroud ring a bell to you?
I know he's a captain here of the White Shrouds. Beneath them, he's one of the subservient clan. I know you surface dwellers much enjoy the casts you place upon each other.
I don't partake in that, but...
Well, other than that, I know that for enough coin, I might be able to point you in his direction.
Well,
A certain individual, I may know of his whereabouts.
I know he frequents the Red Lotus, I just don't know when.
Well, I could definitely deliver on that.
And how much?
Give me a plate. We'll call that enough.
Fair. Plate.
Hand him a plate. He takes it. He will be at the Lotus in 2 days' time, should you wish to speak to him.
Thank you, Collinston.
Of course. Should you want to talk about something respectable, perhaps come back, or wish to purchase anything.
I shall. This
Good
won't be the
God.
last time we see each other.
No, it most certainly will not. And go and give me one more insights check, Dayu.
Another 17.
Okay. Let me roll for him. You can tell that that last statement wasn't necessarily a pleasantry. That may have been a veiled threat of a kind.
All right.
Okay. Rogar, did you wish to do anything?
I was just with
Yeah, you were with
Dayu.
Dayu, but did you
Yeah.
want to visit anything down here? There's several. There are. I will mention there is at least one shop you guys have not seen. Period.
which one's that?
There is a very interesting stand that has an earth genasi in deep, rich brown. He has deep, rich brown skin, ornate green and silver robes, and an ostentatious amount of jewelry about his person, working
Right.
a large kind of stand.
We'll stomp over there and see what he's doing.
Scaled one. We do not see many of you down here. Come, I am Quarry. Welcome to my hidden gems.
A
Blaze
fine name.
says. Indeed.
What's, if I might ask, what are you?
Well, they call us Genasi. We are of elemental blood, so to say. Quite rare in this realm.
I have not seen one of your like before. Very intriguing. What do you sell in this?
Oh, I sell many things. As he kind of brushes his hands down, there are two large, very, very large, ornate looking like clay jars on each side of this displayed almost a table. They look ornamental of kind, but he's very careful not to move towards them as he shows you the table itself, which has tons of rocks of different colors, shapes, some of them obviously not of this world. Now, we can do many things here, Skilled One. There are abilities within the elements themselves. I can bless you with many things. I have jewelry. I have magics bound. See, whatever you wish.
Shaman work.
Shaman work, indeed. You also notice he has a staff in his hand that has the head of a cobra, and the entire staff is made out of pure gold.
I find all these things quite beautiful. Rogar's dragon blood is kicking in, looking at the shiny rocks.
Yes, and probably. And he can tell. He can tell.
His eyes get a little bigger.
Mm-hmm.
They would do nicely if I owned these.
Yes, they would.
Unfortunately,
yes, they would.
Corey, I do not have much in the way of currency.
Oh, of course. Well, we could
perhaps one day
we could work out a trade, Skilled One. Surely you believe in trade.
I am aware of trade.
Yes, indeed. Everyone is aware of trade. It is what runs the world, in fact. But what is currency but trade?
What would you require, Rogar?
Oh, well, not much, Rogar. Of course, depends on what you'd like. I need a package delivered, or I could use some different things, some different items, perhaps, within my purview. One could capture them for me, deliver them.
Well, if you want to tell me what your items are, I am unaware of such trinkets.
Okay. As he begins to describe, he has every precious gem, including diamonds in variable sizes for purchase.
Yeah.
All of them are here.
Good for spellcasters.
Yes, for anybody that was doing any kind of spell casting. He also has stones from distant planes of existence that might also be used in spell casting.
Okay.
He also has a chained necklace that is made out of a strange, almost opalescent stone. I shouldn't say opalescent. It's more of like a green limestone. And it's a silver necklace with these kind of green stones in it, and it looks wet. Yes, they call these chains of the deep. It's a magic item.
Yeah,
let's put it like that.
Rogar stares very closely at it. Leans down at it.
He also has Starstone, which looks like raw ember, and it might be raw ember.
Okay.
It's quite hazardous for the uninitiated if you're not in the use of magics, but regardless, it's very, very good. This particular stone can protect you from creatures, aberrant threats, monsters, ooze-like entities, and those beyond the stars.
That was the ember?
Yes, whatever this particular type of ember is. Yes.
Is it a rock? Sorry, is it a rock?
It's like a blue glowing rock.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
There also is a tiara that he has that does something. These are quite interesting. I know it's you're not one probably for this kind of jewelry, but we call this a tiara of Minar. It can, while you wear it, it can take on your exhaustion, leave you free to move. It can only hold so much, though.
That would be a powerful
Indeed.
accessory.
I also have these bloodstones, and you see various stones with different types of liquid inside of them. They appear to be diamonds with swirling amounts of liquid inside of them. These can be used to track creatures. Depends on what you'd want to find. I also have these, and he shows you a few sets of what are known as dimensional shackles. Good for keeping anything locked in place. As well as an assortment of scrolls. And there are 2 stones that you would recognize, Rogar, as resurrection stones laying at the end of the table.
We'll ask prices and stuff. We don't have to role play it out or anything.
Yeah,
but
the prices
just
are decent.
Okay.
Chains of the Deep are 5 plates.
Okay.
The star stone, the ember, is 15.
Okay.
The tiara is 10. The bloodstones are 20.
Okay.
The shackles are 15. And then the scrolls depends on the level of spell. They go from either 1 plate, 2 plates, or 3 plates, depending on the level of the spell. Now, the resurrection stone is 20 plates.
Any haste spells in there?
There is not a haste spell. The scrolls that he has are first level, absorb elements, armor of Agathis, earth tremor, or thunder wave. Okay. Second level, branding spite or immovable object. And for third level, there is meld into stone and thunder step.
Okay. Powerful spells. Yes. Rogar is ignorant of them, though, so...
Of course.
Yes.
I will say most of them are written in Draconic, so you would at least know most of them. And he would explain to you what they do.
Okay.
But, yes, you could move this package for me if you'd like.
Where would you need it delivered?
The Red Lotus.
We perhaps are going there in 2 days.
Well, should you come back and deliver? If I find out that you deliver responsibly, then...
Who in the Red Lotus should it be delivered to?
To the Madame, of course. If you've been, you should know who I speak of.
I have not.
Well.
But my friends have.
Well, then they can easily point her out. She's hard to miss.
Rogar will reach out his hand. I will take on this package.
You will?
I will.
Good. Now, scaled one. I hate to do this, but if you do not deliver this in a timely fashion, let's just say that bad things will happen. And do not, by any means, open the package.
Very well.
Gets a little serious for a moment. Fine. And he hands you a small chest.
Is it big enough I can put my pack? Or
yeah, it looks like a jewelry box.
Okay.
There is a lock on the front of it.
Rogar will look at it and put it in his pack.
Good.
I don't know if anyone was with me.
As you put it in your pack, there is the jingle of what almost sound like coins, but not quite.
Okay.
Is it roughly the same size as the one I delivered to Greybeard?
It would be in a similar size, yes.
I will see you later, Corey.
Of course.
And Rogar kind of stomps off.
Okay.
No, that's it.
All right. As the three of you, I'm assuming you meet up at some point. Is there anything else you wanted to do in the market before we leave?
Only thing Rogar it would suggest to the party again was, what should we do about the favor? Should we wait to talk to Zaltkar, or
that's up to you?
Just go and ask Vern right now.
We should probably wait. Make this decision as a group.
Very well.
The favor will affect all of us.
As you move to leave.
Speaking of Zaltkar.
Yeah, speaking of Zaltkar, who's fighting something right now.
No. Not Zalkar.
Not Zolkar.
No.
Zolkar.
Yeah.
As we flash back over to you, you are in an alley right now with one of your fellow hounds of Elysia having drawn upon you. And I need you to roll me initiative, Zolkar.
Nice. 21.
Zolkar. Now,
Yeah.
did you roll a disadvantage because you have exhaustion?
Well, you didn't tell me, and I didn't remember. So let me try that again. So that was a 21. Let's see what this one rolls. 17. So still not awful.
Okay.
So that would be the one to take, though.
I will say that, Zolkar, you are first in initiative. As you catch on quickly as to what is happening, as your fellow hound is closing upon you with a blade fully drawn.
Yeah.
What would you like to do, Zolkar? You're within 10 feet of each other.
So she's coming at me.
She is.
And so I have an opportunity to take like a full range of actions.
It's your turn. Whatever you would like to do.
Whatever
it looks like she's aggressively coming towards you.
Well, out of instinct, I'm going to go ahead and cast Shield of Faith.
Okay. As an action.
Yeah, as an action.
Mm-hmm. All right.
So it gives me +2 bonus AC. So I'm just going to go with that for right now. I don't think I have a bonus action. I don't want to appear. I'm, just going to fucking ball with her, but I'm definitely not going to be a punk and take a hit. So.
Okay. All right. As
That's
you
my
quickly you stand your ground, but you begin to whisper and do the movements for a powerful miracle of Elysia that shields you in almost divine energy. As you do so, are you going to move? Or are you going to stay put?
I want to put like 10 more feet of distance between us.
Okay. You'll be getting close to the edge of the alley. There would be like maybe another 10,
I want to stay
20 feet.
in the alley.
Okay.
Yeah. Right. I don't want to.
As you take a few steps back,
away.
She
might want her help.
Closes the distance. It is her turn now. Does a 17 hit, Zolkar?
That is a good reason that I put on the Shield of Fate.
Okay.
Yeah.
She draws her blade, identical to yours, Zolkar.
Mm-hmm.
Slices out, and as it does, it skids off of the blessing you gave yourself. Slides off of. She kind of flips it around, and as she's looking at you, she is going to, as a bonus action,
oh good,
as you are in melee combat, she's going to draw something, and I do believe a 23 will hit.
Maybe.
Yeah. As you go to take a few steps back, and a hand crossbow is put under your chin, Zolkar.
It doesn't sound good.
You're only going to take 5 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
As a bolt pierces through the magic into your chin. And she stays engaged with you.
Yeah?
Turn, Zolkar.
Oh, it is my turn. Okay, so all bets off then. This has earned her a vampiric bite.
Me an attack roll?
Not gonna land. 13.
You are rolling at disadvantage, right?
I mean, it's not gonna hit either way.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, no, that would have been a critical fail.
No. As this time you swipe out, swipe left and right. Now, is Shield of Faith concentration? Because you might have to roll a concentration check. I think it is.
Probably.
Yeah, go and roll me a Constitution check, please.
Faith.
You do have disadvantage.
10 minutes. Yeah. Just a check or a save?
A save, excuse me.
Yeah. Constitution save at disadvantage. What's it say? An 11.
That passes. You're good.
Oh, good. Yeah.
Barely. You passed by
Barely.
1.
Yay me.
But you pass. So,
No.
so you do still keep your shield up.
Yay.
As you whiff a strike towards her.
Yeah.
She's going to try to hit you again.
Dang it,
It's going to miss.
Good.
Going to miss as she lashes out again and you duck underneath it. Her hand crossbow just falls to her side, clatters to the ground. And it looks like she's staying engaged with you, Zaltkar.
She's going to stay engaged. Okay. Well, the wedding invitations are going to go out late, sis. Let's see. I am going to look at her and it doesn't require much. I'm going to hold the dead. Wisdom 13 save.
Wisdom. It's a lot. She passed.
Yeah, well, that's
You
fair.
attempt to toll the dead with Elysia. You go to move it, and before you can finish the words, she's going to lash out at you. As a bonus action, you see her incant, and as she does, crackles of electricity move down the blade. And that's going to hit this time. For 26.
Yeah.
Because I rolled very well. I rolled a 19. So
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. And as
Braggart.
she slashes into you, you're going to take 6 points of slashing damage. You're going to take
I see.
10 points of radiant damage.
Oh shit.
And you're going to take
I see.
another 10 points of thunder damage.
I'm not.
And I need you to give me a strength saving throw. If you're still
really?
standing.
Damn it. 0. An actual 0.
You have a 0 because you have a negative strength. That is, you were blown off your feet, Zaltkar.
Yeah,
There's a
yeah, no,
thunderous
I'm on the-
boom. It's boom, and you slide back onto the ground. You're moved to the edge of the alley because you fly 10 feet away.
Well,
kind
no
of bounce
bludgeoning
off the
damage for
wall.
hitting the ground?
No, I'm not going to do
okay.
that.
Thanks, I appreciate
But
that.
you are prone, and she is going to pursue. So she's
I'm
on
sure she
top
is.
of you.
Yeah, good.
Unfortunately, she
Yeah,
can't do anything else.
No,
She's like, you will take these secrets with you.
Mhm.
It's your turn, Zaltkar.
Take your secrets with me too, and I put a crossbow under her chin.
Okay. Are you going to stand? I hope
No.
you stand.
No, why would I stand? I'm
You
gonna
attack
do
at
it from the
disadvantage
ground.
if you're not standing.
I'm attacking at disadvantage anyway, so
That's true.
You know
That's
what?
true.
13 hit? No.
No.
Yeah. Well,
Bolt goes
here I am
wide.
on the ground.
Okay.
Not feeling so
You
good.
can stand up now. You have movement. You don't have to
I'll
sit
go ahead
there.
and stand up. Let me stand up.
You're
Why
gonna
not?
stand up?
You know, push her off. Yeah. Hey, wait. Since
do you want to do anything else?
well, yeah.
Technically, you
So wait,
could.
went in the went in the wrong direction.
You could, if you want to draw your scimitar, you could use your scimitar to attack. You do have crossbow expert now, so you can attack with the crossbow as a bonus action.
Let me try the scimitar and see what happens.
Give me an attack roll. Let's see.
Oh, wait, let me disadvantage that.
Oh, damn it. I was hoping you'd hit.
That's also a 21.
Oh, okay. So that's a hit.
That is a hit.
Might I advise to spite in this? I don't know. It's up to you, though. You take damage from it. If you can risk it.
I can't risk it.
Okay.
I will die.
Yep.
So this is just a straight up
Mm-hmm.
all 3 points of damage.
3 points. Okay.
All
I'm
3 points
marking
of
it down. I'm marking it down.
Yeah.
You do get a blow, and she notices that you don't channel any of the lady's mercy into her as you do so. As her powers faded from you entirely, I will strike you down. I will redeem your soul. And she's going to attack you now, Zaltkar.
What's happening now?
And that's when the rest of the party shows up and says, "What
Nope,
the
not
fuck
yet.
are you doing?"
20 to hit, Zaltkar.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay. It's going to be 9 points of slashing damage.
So Anthony, tell me how you want this to go down.
Okay, so here's what's going to happen, Zaltkar, as you go unconscious. As
So that was 9.
as you see the blade pass into you, give me a charisma saving throw, Zolkar.
Those are pretty good, but not at disadvantage. Not too bad. 22.
Okay, all right. You manage to hold on as you feel something inside of you beginning to move against your will.
Oh no.
As you fall back, you begin to fade, Zolkar, and you see her standing above you holding her blade about to penetrate your chest.
Yeah.
And for a moment, it's almost like time stops. And you are within a cell, black, dark. There is something in front of you, a swirling black mass with intricate chains looped around its body, all upon it. It's writhing back and forth. Release me. There are pieces of it starting to wisp through as the chains are beginning to loosen as you are losing your grip on your life. Would you like to do anything, Zolkar?
Well,
it's almost like it's almost like you're looking at it, like it's standing in front of you.
Hey, is that you?
I will kill him all.
No, them. Oh, what about? Help me now.
Are you trying to bargain with this thing?
You know?
Well, give me a death saving throw, Zolkar.
Okay.
Because you're dying now.
Yeah, I'm dying now. 1 death saving throw. That's a pass.
That's a pass. So Zolkar, you do manage to keep a sliver of your consciousness still there. However, suddenly you fall to your knees within this space, Zolkar, as you have lost 2 death saving throws as someone has punctured your chest with a weapon. And as that happens, you see the chains loosen even more. Some of them begin to wither and bend and snap off of it. Yes, I will be free. Release me and I will not eat your soul.
Soul is forfeit as it is.
Okay, give me nothing, Zolkar. Give me a
Okay.
charisma saving throw. This time you have disadvantage.
Always disadvantage. An 8. Oh, that's probably not good enough.
Zolkar, as you fall to your knees, you see the thing at a strange angle. The rest of the chains snap off of its body. And this writhing mass of shadow, you see almost like a translucent skull imposed in the center of it. 2 large curling horns on the side for just a moment. And there's blackness. Brevrak, Dayu, and Rogar. I'm assuming you guys are going back towards the crooked plank.
Mm-hmm.
You hear a commotion. There's people running. Get the clan. We can't risk the god. People running. Looks like they're running in the direction that you guys just moved from.
Away from the crooked plank?
Yes. Scattering. Patrons, mostly.
Saki Elder. And Rogar will, I guess, run towards the fire, you know?
Okay. Dayu, Brevrak, you're following?
I'll follow.
Okay. As you guys begin to move closer, you begin to run closer. And first off, you see that there are big, deep, almost like furrow-like clawed gouges in the side of the crooked plank, as well as the building next to it, as if some creature had just lashed its way out of a nearby alley. There's no evidence of what exactly happened. Stuff is just broken and shattered, the wood destroyed. Where the furrows are touched, the wood has decayed and rotten, as if perhaps it was touched by death of some kind. Regardless, though, the most obvious thing is the broken and dead paladin of Olesia laying in the dirt. It's a woman.
Female shaman.
Her mask is broken and shattered, and she is fully on display. There are several scars along her face. She appears to be a hobgoblin. At least that much was true. However, she's very thin, rail thin. And her skin is gray and sallow, as if the pigment was sucked out of it. Her eyes are glossy and white, vacant, and her mouth is open in a perpetual scream.
What the hell happened here?
Din comes running out, hobbling out, I should say, because he only has one leg.
Din, the sake!
He comes out, and Din has got a heavy-ass crossbow in his hand. So he kicks open the door. What happened?
I'm sure. This.
Oh,
It's
what's
female.
that? As he looks down at the dead hound in the dirt.
This female appears to be same color as someone else I am aware of.
Where did the what do you call him, Rogar? Where did the shaman go, Rogar?
I thought he was in there.
He's hard to keep track of. You know, he's always looking different.
Shaman!
As I yell out,
There's no answer.
Again,
Damn.
Shama!
No
Once more.
answer. Does anybody want to give me a perception, perhaps an investigation check?
Rogar's looking around for sure.
Okay,
I'll do a
course.
perception check.
Okay, I would allow Rogar to give me a survival check
Okay.
for what is coming.
Mm. 9 for Rogar.
6 for Brevrat.
6.
9 for Rogar. Dayu, are you doing? Do you want to do anything?
Yeah, I'll do a perception.
Okay.
12.
12. Okay. I'll say Dayu, with the only one who had a somewhat successful roll here. You see that there's evidence of obviously a fight here in the alley. Rogar's a little too busy shouting for the shaman. And you also notice, Dayu, that there are marks in the street leading into the fishing district. And there are footprints. And the footprints are unique because everywhere there's a footprint, if there was any, I don't know, rocks or plant life nearby, it has decayed and withered into nothing, as if death itself had walked across the street and into a nearby alley.
We might have to let the clan handle this one.
What if
This,
this
I am
creature
no
has the
shape.
shaman?
I am in no shape to fight a beast that can do something like this.
I could fight, but I still feel drained from that creature, that the brothel.
Rogar. If Rogar sees the tracks now, he'll That's the only clue we have towards the shaman. I will go. And Rogar's gonna go.
Rogar's going. Rogar's.
I will follow you, big one.
Now we all have to
Going.
go.
Yourself to be a noble warrior.
Dayu's going after
Cannot let you go alone.
what might be Zaltkar. Who knows? As you guys begin to move in that direction, Rogar, go ahead and give me another survival check. I will give you advantage since it was just pointed out to you.
All right. 20 with advantage.
20 with advantage. I will describe what's about to happen in a moment. I must put a small child in bed. I'll be right back. I am back. So, as you pursue what could be Zaltkar into the fishing district, Rogar, you are able to track him easily enough. As you begin to move deeper and deeper, time is passing. And he's moving at such a speed that the three of you can't keep up. If Dayu was in good shape, maybe he could. But you're not moving fast enough. You don't feel like you're gaining ground.
Rogar's being cautious too. He's treating this like a hunt, so he's stalking.
You do come across several broken and dead bodies on your way there. They're mostly women. There's a man as well. Hobgoblins, poor. They are all strangled. And they look desiccated and withered, similar to the dead hound that you passed by.
What kind of creature could do this, Zelda?
I mean,
They're all
no idea.
The
The three of you
delicious.
have no idea. Zaltkar might be the only one that might be able to know, but he's not here right now. Literally.
He is the creature.
As you guys you keep passing, and then Dayu, you make a very disturbing discovery. As there are 4 dead members of the Snake Eyes gang, ripped to pieces.
Elhana.
No, Alhana is not there. A bugbear and several hobgoblins ripped to pieces, dead. They, however, are not drained. They're just ripped open and left dead in the street. I will also mention that it is daylight outside. While it is drizzling rain, so there's a little bit of overcast. This is still like you're in the afternoon. It's like 4 or 5 o'clock.
Is the town going crazy right now?
I will say you're in the fishing district.
Yeah.
The guards were purposely being not
Slow.
Well, they were purposely not being led to the original scene at the docks because of whose territory it was.
Mm-hmm.
There is a slight guard presence here.
Now?
And yes, even in the fishing district.
Okay.
And you hear up ahead, you hear audible screaming. The 3 of you. And after about 10 minutes or so, you've been pursuing Zaltkar, or what is Zaltkar, for about an hour now. And as you make it to this open square, you see 10 white shroud samurai in various states of dismemberment and death. And a Hound of Olesia, Zaltkar, standing. Conscious Zaltkar. You have 1 hit point and you are conscious. Looking amongst the withered corpses.
Shaman, what happened?
Rogan.
You have no idea.
No idea what has happened.
Nope.
And
Do the tracks end at his feet?
Yes, they do.
yeah. And I assume covered in ichor and blood.
You are covered in all kinds of
Various
stuff.
bits and pieces of
Yes.
hobgoblins and
Yeah, he looks like he walked out of a horror movie, like a grindhouse horror movie.
Okay.
I'd just be standing
It's-
there drenched.
Yes, he's drenched, literally. The rain, the little bit of rain can't even wash this off. There's so much caked onto his body.
Friend Rogar, what has happened?
Die with hand on his sword. This man is a demon, Rogar.
Demon.
Not a demon.
But he's my friend. Shaman. I pull out my sword and I cleave him in the No.
He's no longer my friend.
Back him down.
I can't.
Zalkar has no case to make for himself. He, I don't know.
Oh, you're covered in gored blood. There's dead clansmen all around you.
Yeah. And now I'm at the 3rd level of exhaustion, I imagine.
You're not actually, Zalkar.
Okay.
Oh, you're not. Shit.
In fact, Zalkar, you have no exhaustion now. You feel great.
Shit.
That can't be good.
You feel fine. No exhaustion.
What is...
You say this is Are you saying this is not our sorcerer friend? He's now a demon?
Well, what else would have done this?
I think there was something wrong with you, Shaman.
I have no memory of anything. How did I get here?
Those are White Shroud guards, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Clan guards.
Vanguards.
10 of them butchered in the fishing district within Clan Night Blossom's territory.
Sorcerer. Do you know how these are like elite soldiers?
They're not.
White Shroud.
Elite, sure.
These are just
I
like
know,
guards.
elite.
Yeah.
I know.
Well, I thought the
deaths.
clan White Shroud were like the.
These are just clansmen. These are just like.
Oh, okay.
These are your average, quote unquote, samurai guards.
Okay.
Like the stormtroopers on Endor.
had no
Yeah,
hand
basically.
in their
Yes.
death.
These are
He says.
these are
Need some
the
furry creatures.
these are
Teddy
the
bears.
the average guards that are just around the city. Period.
Okay.
I had no hand in their death, he says, as there are a suspicious number of crossbow bolts that look exactly like his poking out of these dead
I will
guys.
say, Zalkar, if you're looking at the bodies,
Yeah.
first off, your
I'm
blade is in its scabbard as if it was never drawn.
Oh, good.
Your hand crossbow also is loaded and has not been shot.
My hands, though.
Your hands are caked in blood and ichor.
Oh, good. I did this barehanded.
And if anybody was looking closely, you would see also blood and ichor dripping from Zalkar's mouth.
Perhaps we should discuss this in a more private location.
We're not going to determine what happened here. Trying to play all like, I don't know what's going on, guys. Go wash my hands, probably be fine.
Let us find a place to hide.
All right, so let's go find some place to hide. What do we do?
Where are you going to go?
Where are we gonna go? Yeah.
Crooked plank is usually what I would say. We just fucked it
Yeah,
up.
but we can't go back to the crooked plank.
I mean, you
know.
can
Not a
if
good
you
idea.
want.
I don't know.
Why
would
would
you
you know
not?
not to?
I would
wouldn't
say
know
the
not
crooked
to.
plank,
Yeah.
probably.
Okay.
But
And I would.
Are you guys going to
I'm,
return?
stealthily, if possible, hiding in alleys and such.
I will need stealth.
bewildered
I'm
and,
going to need stealth checks moving back because you hear the ringing of bells.
That did not go well.
An emergency has been sounded.
Like
this is
15
gonna be
people are dead.
Good. This is gonna be good.
I'm
I got
debating.
us all killed, guys. Sorry.
I'm
Come
rolling
on,
back.
Dayu.
I'm debating.
See that stealth
what-
check, Dayu.
I'm debating what I'm gonna do.
Dayu's
Okay, you gonna slay him? Stab
Dayu's
him in the
gonna
back?
PvP me, man.
Ah!
Bruff
About to
Rack,
happen.
go ahead and roll me a stealth check.
Zalkar feels the sweet release of Dayu's blade between the.
This is great, guys. This is great. All I need is Dayu. All I need is Dayu to make a decision here.
Dayu is going to slip off to the
Shit.
Fool's Gold.
Okay, you're just gonna slip away. Give me a stealth check.
The old disadvantaged one. Oh shit, 22.
Oh,
A
man.
disadvantage. Okay.
So stealthy.
I will say all of you don't notice as Dayu slips away from all of you. He just disappears. The elder is gone, Rogar. As I'm assuming the rest of you are moving towards are moving back towards the crooked plank.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Did we get a body count of how many when we were on our way? Just
yes,
in general?
there were 10
guards,
clansmen, 10 guards, almost in a circle around Zoltkar. Like he was the epicenter. They were all shredded to pieces in the middle of the street. Then further back, before that, you had 4 Mar members from the Snake Eyes gang.
I'm sorry, I overestimated. I said 15. It was only 14. Sorry.
Yeah, and then you have the Dead Hound.
Did I get the experience points for those deaths, though?
You don't. What was that, Dayu?
The women and children as well.
There were several women, and there was a hobgoblin man as well. There were no children. What kind of game do you think I'm running? Not yet.
Yeah, what is it, Star Wars?
Not yet.
All right, Sam.
Unlike Tezo's child, there were no children murdered in this adventure.
So yes, there was, and there would be about 4 of those as well. It was a pretty significant body count.
Wow. All right.
He's killed more people in this cutscene than the entire party has.
I know. That's definitely true.
So, obviously, whatever Zoltkar's dark passenger is not to be trifled with.
Yeah.
So, regardless, though, as you 3, not Dayu, are making your way back towards the crooked plank, you hear somebody call out, "You there, report!" And then they stop. And you see a Brevrak. You look behind you, and you see what looks to be about 8 clan guards.
Shit.
One of them looking at you because you're wearing clan armor. And then they take a moment, and then they say Rogar. They see Rogar, and then they see Zoltkar covered in blood. Stop them! And that's where we're going to take our break.
Run for it!
It's going to take our first break.
Oh, man.